Hey, I'm Ronnie. Let's look at this house. All right, everybody, today we are in the Pebble Branch community. This is a new construction neighborhood in Chapin, South Carolina. This neighborhood is being developed by Mungo. We're gonna look at the Notley floor plan. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that incorrectly, but this is the Notley floor plan. This home is a little over 2,500 square feet. It's 2,521 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms with a 2-car garage. This particular house has an amazingly large backyard. So this is a good one. Big flat backyard. Let's go take a look inside. I like the layout of this house. I'm excited to show you guys. Just to give you a glimpse of the street, this is Rising Stream Way. So the address for this house I'm showing you is 419 Rising Stream Way. But as you can see, there's still a lot of construction going on right here. I think they're finishing up the first phase of the neighborhood from what I understand, and they'll be starting the second phase soon. The second phase will be the last phase of this neighborhood. You do have a pool in here along with a cabana for the amenities. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. You have hardy plank siding, which is always a really nice feature. I think hardy plank is probably one of my favorite siding options you could have on a house. You have a front porch area here. You could definitely get a few seats out here and just hang out on some nice evenings and check out what's going on the street. Let's go inside and see what this looks like. All right, there's a lot of noise on the street as well, so it'll be quieter in here. There is a smoke detector that is beeping in here, so we will hear that from time to time. So immediately when you come in, you have a dining area off to the right. You'll see the detail up in the ceiling. You have a coffered ceiling, which is really, really nice. The floors in here are LVP. That will be common throughout the neighborhood. And then over there, you'll see there's a powder room for guests. So off the left of the entry, I really like that light. Off the left of the entry, you have a powder room for guests, which is a nice size, and it's kind of off the beaten path of the living area, giving people some privacy. And then again, there is the dining area. 2 ways to get to the kitchen. I will go this way so you kind of see the grand entrance, if you will. Living room right off to your left. And then this kitchen's really pretty. It has got some nice colors to it. I love the backsplash. I will get you a close-up of that soon. Countertops are really, really pretty. You have soft close cabinets, big kind of nice stainless steel vent hood. One of those upgrades I always talk about, which is nice, a built-in gas range. People always love this. It's great for resale value. And then there's that backsplash I was talking about. I think it's really, really pretty. Cabinets are kind of like a white with a gray undertone almost. They're not like stark white. You have a stainless steel farmhouse sink. Get those oven trays to fit nicely in there so it's easy to clean them. Of course, your dishwasher. It looks like this house also has a refrigerator. You might remember from one of my other videos when I talk about new construction, builders don't always provide a refrigerator. In fact, they usually don't. But every now and then you come across a house where they had already put one in. They might be looking to sell this one, so they said, hey, let's go in and put a refrigerator. So it looks like this house already has a refrigerator in it, which is great. You have a built-in oven and microwave right here. And then down below, what's fantastic are these drawers for your, baking sheets and things like that. And then to take it a step further, underneath the stove, you have those deep drawers for your pots and pans right underneath, which is great. Good amount of cabinets. I love this big island. This is a really nice size. I feel for the square footage of this house, this is a great size kitchen. You can get some bar stools there. This is really, really nice. And then, of course, right across from there is the living area. You have a gas fireplace. It has some really pretty stone around it and a nice mantle. People are always wondering, what's that, Ronnie? Whenever we look at houses, I've pointed this out before. So obviously you have your outlet for your TV, but that right there is essentially a conduit that is running down to this side of the wall. So if you had things that had extra wiring and you wanted to plug it into the back of the TV, you could have your equipment down there, and then you would hide those wires as they went up to the TV. Nice silver ceiling fan. And then off of the living room, you have a closet under the stairs. I like to call this the Harry Potter closet. You have a rack there for hanging some clothes if you'd like, and then I'll take you down in here, tucks away in the back, and you have some more storage underneath the stairs. So they utilize the space really, really well. Obviously, this is where your like internet, cable, that kind of stuff is going to come into the house. That's where your modem would go. So that closet's kind of right off the living area. Let me give you another shot of the living room. Try to step back here. It's good natural light in this house. I like that kind of beam, if you will, running across because it separates the rooms a little bit. Give you a shot of the living room from this angle. And then right off of where I'm standing is a guest room. So this is a 5-bedroom, but this guest room has its own bathroom, which is fantastic. You have people visit from out of town. There's that smoke detector. They have their own private bathroom, which is wonderful. They don't have to worry about sharing a bathroom with anybody else in the house. This is a really good size for a guest room, in my opinion. This could also be like a really great home office, and then you have direct access to a bathroom throughout the day while you're working. Let me go ahead and get the closet open for you. So this is going to be your standard builder's closet for the most part. You have a shelf running across. But again, if it's being used for a guest room, something like that, a home office, this is plenty in terms of closet space. That's the garage. I'll show you that towards the end. Going back into the main living area, I'm going to go ahead and show you this other way to get into the kitchen and also the pass through into the dining room. So here we go. This is a really nice area to put extra storage, nice plates. You have the glass cabinet fronts there if you want to display anything. And then there's that dining area once again. Right across from the little butler's pantry, if you will, you have an actual pantry, which is a walk-in. And here we go again. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I always talk about add shelves. You know, I wish if I could just do anything about the builders, I would say, please just start putting shelving all the way to the top so people could utilize this space. So yeah, it's a good sized pantry. I would just add more shelving. And then let me give you a shot of this from the dining area just so you can kind of get the full effect of that cabinet there again. And this is, of course, a really nice pass-through to the dining area. Probably change out that light up there. You know, you could put maybe a hanging chandelier or something like that. It'd be really, really pretty. Coming back into the kitchen, I'm going to show you the backyard. I'll do that now, and then I'll take you upstairs. You have a sliding door here. You do have a covered patio. Maybe eventually you'd want to screen this in. But check out this backyard. So I've talked about new construction before. And when you buy new construction, you want to be really, paying attention to the lot that the house is sitting on, of course, because these builders, they maximize the space when they build in here, right? So no house is the same in the sense of the property that it sits on. So if you like a specific floor plan, I always suggest saying, hey, Ronnie, find out where that house is being built, right? So maybe it's being built on 4 or 5 different lots. And then let's go explore those 4 or 5 lots and think about which one is the best for you. This is a fantastic backyard. I don't know if you can really tell in the video, but it is a really good size when it comes to new construction and property. You have full gutters on this house, which is another huge incentive. That's something you don't have to spend money on right when you move in. I always advise people put gutters on their house. You always want to get water away from your home. So again, a good size. And then I would maybe think about screening this in one day because it's a nice size patio and you'd really want to enjoy it at night. So being screened in would be great. I've talked about this in my other videos. There's that termite trap. If you have questions about that, you can always reach out and ask me. You have a nice ceiling fan out here. And this is already fenced in. Another thing you don't have to spend money on. So great backyard. Nice floor plan downstairs. You got a refrigerator. This is one of those houses that I would keep an eye on if you're interested in or jump on because it has so much that you don't have to spend money on. Refrigerators, fencing, gutters, all that stuff is taken care of. So let's go upstairs and check out the layout. I like the spindles on the staircase. They're not those wrought iron or faux wrought iron ones. They're actual wood rectangular spindles, which are really nice. Give you a shot of downstairs from the top. And then here we go, going up the stairs. So you have, like I said, this is a 5-bedroom house. The primary is over here. You have a bedroom there. And then on this side, you have 2 bedrooms plus a bonus room. Look at this big bathroom. This goes deep, it goes far back. Obviously you have the shower tub combo here. I didn't turn that light on. It might be a little dark in here, but it is not fully lit. So let me turn that light on for you. And then you have a nice dual vanity. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that helps a lot. So that brightens it up. Nice big bathroom. And then back here, you have 2 bedrooms, both a good size. That closet's going to be your standard closet, just like the one downstairs. People are always like, well, show us the closet. So I'll go ahead and show you the closet, but there we go. Closet space, good sized bedroom. In my opinion, you know, I know it's hard to see in these videos. This is a great size for a kid's room. These are really good size kid bedrooms. I envision maybe like a single or a twin bed in here would fit nicely. And then some kids' furniture, really, really good size. Let me show you. Again, same thing, mirrors the bedroom next door. Coming out of this bedroom, across the way, this is a bonus room. So this could be like again, home office. This could be a playroom. You could put a TV in here and let the kids hang out in here. Maybe this is their Nintendo room or something like this. It's a really great space and definitely like a perk to this house for sure. So there you have that. It doesn't have a closet, so it's not a bedroom. Here's your laundry room. This is a good size. It's a deep room. You have cabinets in here. You'll have electric washer and dryer. You should have soft clothes in here. You do. So this is a really good size room as well. That LVP continues upstairs. In the bedrooms, of course, you have carpet. And then coming down to this side of the house, here's another bedroom. Now, what's nice about this one is this walk-in closet. Look at this. It's a nice walk-in closet right here. So that's a good size. And again, great size in my opinion, kid's bedroom. Similar to the other 2 that are up here. You have a little landing here. And then let's check out the primary. And this is a big room. You could probably configure this all kinds of ways if you wanted to. Bed most likely on that wall. This is a really large wall. 100%. You could get a California king bed in here. You have the tray ceiling, which is always a nice touch. Ceiling fan. And now you have his and her closets in this room. So over here is one of those. And then you do have a shoe rack off to the side. This does have a door, so the door does close to the closet, so you don't have to look at your closet all the time. And then going across the bedroom, we have a big bathroom, separate shower with a garden tub, 2 sinks, and then I'll show you that other closet as well. LVP flooring. And then here is the other closet, which I'll just go ahead and say that's his closet. It's definitely a running joke between all of my clients. We all know who gets the bigger closet. Here's your shower. This is neat. It has, the tile is like that tile that's made to look like wood. It's kind of a cool pattern. You have a shelf there for your shampoos. Nice size shower with a glass door. And then here is your large soaking tub. And then your vanity. So that's the primary. I do want to show you off of this bedroom, you have a linen closet with some shelving, which is great. And then what I did not show you yet is the garage. Everybody always wants to see the garage. Just so you have an idea, the ceiling is really high in the staircase. Maybe eventually you have an electrician come in and do like a hanging light. That would be a really nice feature here. And then let's just finish this off by going down the stairs, showing you that garage. Of course, again, there's your gas fireplace. And then the garage is right here off of this guest area. Let's take a look. This is a standard 2-car garage from a builder. So this is, if I could paint a picture of what a standard 2-car garage looks like from a builder, this would be it. I mean, you could get 2 cars in here and then maybe, store the kids' bikes and that kind of stuff in here. You do have a tankless water heater. These are just becoming more and more common. Obviously, you have gas running to this house because you have a gas stove, but there's your tankless water heater. There is your irrigation, and then there is your water supply to the house. You do have attic access above the garage. That will be closed. They probably are doing something up there right now, but I don't know if there's really any storage up there, honestly. Chances are there are not. There's also attic access upstairs that I did not show you. But that is the tour of this beautiful house in Pebble Branch. I've helped countless clients purchase new construction. I know the good builders from the bad builders. I even have designated sales reps that I've built relationships with over the years for the different builders that I can reach out to for questions, possible home sites, anything pertaining to new construction with that builder. But more importantly, the amount of clients I've helped that have moved to the area from out of state and needed somebody on the ground here for them while their house was being built, I don't know what that number is. My point is, if you're moving here from a different part of the country and you want somebody that will stop by, they'll take progress photos for you, progress videos, put you in touch with third-party inspectors, that's me. And I'd be more than happy to help. All you have to do is send me a message.